Good afternoon, Ravens, and welcome to ONW Now. I'm Lena Satterin alongside Savannah Capps.
This week, we'll take a look at last week's Senior Service Day,
a feature on an athlete's recovery from injury,
and we'll look into the world of lacrosse through an athlete's eyes.
Let's get it started.
Some may not know about our district lacrosse team. The boys play for OLACs and the girls play for the Lady Ravens. The team is a combination of athletes from all 5 Olathe schools, and it's not directly affiliated with Olathe Northwest. Let's send it to Ainsley Heisey to voice the lacrosse team's frustrations.
The Olathe lacrosse teams are filled with talented students from all Olathe schools. Students have the opportunity to play with athletes from the other schools and create new bonds.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it really brings a bunch of different kids together that wouldn't normally meet each other, which is really cool. And for kids that go to different schools, you wouldn't feel, or as an outsider looking in, you wouldn't think that we would get along as well as we do. But having everyone set on the same goals really brings us all together, and it's cool to know kids from different schools.
Due to the team being a district activity, the Olathe schools cannot recognize it as a sport, leaving the athletes frustrated.
I feel like we should get some recognition because we are just a team with all Olathe schools, and we do have the Raven name in the black and blue colors, so I feel like it's pretty important to get recognition.
I know as a lacrosse player who's played for 9 years and has been around the sport for a really long time, it kind of sucks not having your friends recognize it as a sport, not even having the state recognize it as a sport because KSHA doesn't sanction it. And it's tough. You come to school every day, you know, and everyone's like, oh, what are you doing this weekend? It's like, oh, I'm going out of town for lacrosse. They're like, oh, nice. Like, and they make jokes about it. It'd certainly be a lot more supportive of the lacrosse players if kids kind of realized what it was. But the sport's also not that big around here either. It's growing, but it's still not that big yet. So once more people realize what it is, it'll get better. But right now, it's just kind of tough.
For ONW Now, this has been Ainsley Heisey. Now back to the desk.
Senior Service Day, a brand new tradition here at Olathe Northwest, brought seniors together to help around the school. They took part in putting down new mulch and picking up trash around the school.
It got started because the senior class decided we wanted to leave a lasting impact at Olathe Northwest, so we thought giving back to the school would be a great way to do that. So this year we had about 50 student volunteers. We're hoping to continue to grow the tradition in the future. I definitely think that the Senior Service Project helps strengthen the bond between the seniors. It is kind of a fun activity to do before we all graduate.
Injuries are a part of sports. From minor bumps and bruises to season-ending surgeries, athletes put their bodies on the line to perform at the highest level. For one ONW football player, his season was over before it all started. Let's send it over to Haley McCormick for the story.
Days before their first game, senior Demario Hansen found out he had a career-ending injury.
It was like 2 days before the first game, so I was on the kickoff return, and I wanted to cut on my left leg, and all of a sudden my left leg just snapped, and I couldn't really move.
Countless supporters along the way have helped him through his recovery process.
My biggest supporter, I have a lot of names, but I'm not going to name all of them. They know who they are. I got people on the track team, football team, coaches, mom. It's really been hard for the last 7 months because, it's an injury that you really can't get over, something you got to be mentally prepared for. And this injury has showed me, all the stuff that I needed to do, to prepare for life.
Although most of the struggles he faced were physical, he also struggled mentally.
Getting out of bed, I really couldn't really move that well. Showering was one of them. My mom had to shower me, kind of sad. Going to the games and not being able to help my teammates and just to see them not struggle but kind of look towards a leader, and I was kind of one of the leaders on the team, and they really couldn't look at me to help them on the field.
It was a long recovery process, taking many steps to where he is today.
It took me about at the 4th month mark, I started feeling better. I started feeling like I can run again, and after that, that 6-month mark, I started getting to the pace of working out, running, jumping, and all that other stuff.
Hawkins served as a father figure to Hansen, helping him understand there's more to life than just football.
So me not playing football was a really big thing for me. I got really depressed, was not really talking to anyone at the time. He really showed me what's more important than football. He really showed me that my life and school is really important than just one sport. So yeah, Mr. Hawkins really put kind of a father figure into the mix.
For Game Day Northwest, this has been Dee Gorey and Haley McCormick.
Now let's send it over to Jack Clayton for a report on sports.
What's going on, Ravens? It's your favorite anchor, Jack Clayton, here to bring you all the updates on our spring sports. On Tuesday, your girls Ravens soccer team faced off against a rival Olathe West. The game started off very physical. The Ravens controlled the whole first half and pressured the Owls hard, forcing the Owl keeper to make lots of saves. In the second half, the Ravens continued to control the game but amped up the aggressiveness to get the edge on the Owls. Late in the game, the Owls got a ball through to take the lead 1-0. The Owls were able to defeat the Ravens in a hard-fought game. The Lady Ravens' next game is against Smeast at 7 at Shawnee Mission South. Good luck, ladies. Last night, the Ravens had a great meet against Shawnee Mission Northwest and Shawnee Mission North. Brooke Illum took second in the diving competition. Swimmers King, Brandstrom, Hebert, and Shanklin all topped the podium in at least one event. Maples, Van Opdorp, Price, and Olsen also had fantastic swims. The Lady Raven swimmers destroyed the competition, defeating Shawnee Mission Northwest by nearly 50 points. Last Friday, the Lady Ravens softball team faced rival Olathe South and unfortunately took a hard L against the Falcons. In the top of the first, South put 3 on the board. The girls fought back, but it wasn't enough. The Lady Ravens fell short in the 5th inning, losing 13-3. Then last night, the ONW softball team played a doubleheader at Shawnee Mission and took home the W for both games. In the first game, they fished Shawnee Mission South and destroyed the Raiders, having to leave the bases early 7 times just to give SMS outs. The final score was 24-1, and your Ravens mercy ruled them by the 3rd inning. Their next game they played Shawnee Mission North, and the Indians put up 3 in the top of the first, but the Lady Ravens bounced back and the final score was 14-5, with junior Brooke Williams smashing a 3-run homer over left center field. Good job, girls, and good luck in the annual Sunflower League tournament this Thursday and Friday. On Monday, April 15th, the Ravens were in Lawrence to play the Free State Firebirds. Despite a home run and 2 RBIs from Wyatt Morgan and a stout defensive effort, the Ravens fell to Free State 7-2. ONW looks to turn around their 4-game losing streak at the River City tournament that began a few hours ago in Lawrence. Good luck today and tomorrow, fellas. On Monday, the golf team was in Carthage for the Sonic Invitational. Freshman Drake Cummey shot a 78 for the Ravens and led the team to a 2nd place overall finish. The Ravens will tee off again Monday at Topeka Country Club. Last Friday, the Raven Runners ran at the SMW Invitational. Maddie Ryder got 3rd in the 100-meter hurdles. Ryder also won both the high jump and long jump competitions. Jaleesa McWashington got 2nd in long jump and 3rd in triple jump. The girls 4x8 team placed 3rd. On the boys' side, Andrew Tracy placed 2nd and Braden Beard placed 3rd in the 400. Cole Morris placed 3rd in the 800. Edwin took home the gold in the 110 hurdles, and the 4x1 team also took home the gold along with the 4x4 relay team who took 2nd. Dee Gorey placed 3rd in high jump, Connor Boyd placed 1st in discus, and finally Andrew Durmus got 3rd in shot put. The next meet is extremely competitive KU relays on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Be sure to drive out to Florence and support. That's it for today, Ravens. Make sure you find a way to support all the Olathe Northwest teams competing this weekend. Now back to the desk.
1, go.
Last week was prom week, and as much as we loved watching Mr. Carter get excited to dance to Old Town Road, he should really stick to DJing. So let's send it to Savannah Caps for a look back on the fun night.
Thanks for tuning into this week's episode of ONW Now, and remember to check out our Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube channel at ONW Raven Daily.
And be sure to check out our website, theravendaily.com, for all your school news. For Savannah Capps and Landon Daniel, this has been Lena Satterin. We'll see you next week, Ravens.